All right, what's going on? Welcome back to the Inside with Irv show. So today we have a special guest who is absolutely crushing the music scene. You guys have probably seen his face around either on YouTube, on Instagram, definitely over on Spotify. I'm going to let him do a lot of the talking here because we just kind of want to get into his life and see what he's been working on. Help me welcome Tommy Royale, brother.
Thank you.
We're being formal today, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what
that's about.
I was waiting for like a button. Like crazy introduction.
You know, I try to give my guests a warm welcome, just because that's just how it is, man.
Yeah.
I try to keep it, keep it warm, bro.
I appreciate it.
How you feel?
I'm excited. Because this is like you're a friend. You know what I'm saying? I've done other interviews. It's like, it's cool. Yeah, well, nice to meet you. I'm Tommy. They get my name wrong. They're like, oh, Tommy Royale.
Yeah.
Somebody called me Tony. It's like Tony Royale. I'm like, oh, thank you. But we're homies, so like I feel super comfortable. Yeah.
I know you. This is him. This isn't a hologram. This is you're here, dog. You're local with me, man. You're shaking things up. You're making things happen, dog. Run us through just what I'd say, even from the beginning, like what's this journey been like for you?
All right, so you're gonna like start from the very beginning of like the music, like how I started, like what these. I'm gonna start in 2019. Like what has 2019 been up until thus far?
Okay.
So for those who don't know, I do music. I'm crushing it. You know what I'm saying? I got a Netflix movie just came out with. I have 5 songs on it. I'm on the NBA. Was in the final. It was the finals, right? That they're playing my music.
NBA.
MLB, home run derby, like this, especially this week has been kind of wild. But 2019. I got a tweet from my producer, Kardik. He's like, hey man, I'm trying to start a label. You have a dope vibe to you. Let's kind of like build. I'm like, all right, let's start this. So 2018, he hits me up. We're like, all right, let's start doing this. Then we spent about a year and a half trying to find my sound. Right, so it took me about a year and a half to like try to recording a lot of stuff. This isn't working. Then 2019, I released like a duo, like a 2-part singles. That were like, all right, let's just put this out there, and people liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christian hip hop scene really picked it up. They're like, oh, that's cool. And like my producer and I were like, oh, we might have something. I think we might. Let's build this. So I released another single, 2 more singles, and then I got picked up by an artist by What Up RG. He's one of my favorite artists, if not my favorite artist right now, to do a tour. This was 7 months in. So I started making music. I released a single. 7 months later, I got picked up to do an international tour, and then things kind of like picked up from there. So
I started picking up pretty fast.
Yes.
Is it usually that fast for most people, or there's a lot of people out there that make music that they just never hit it off like that.
I don't know, man. I want to say like, I don't know what it looks like for other. Again, it looks different for everybody, right? But for me, it's weird. I feel like, and in your field as well, I feel like you play. I don't know if you ever play that comparison game.
Yeah,
like it's going well. It's going well. And then you see somebody else like, it could go better.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Then you went from feeling good about yourself to, dude, I'm not doing enough.
Yo, yeah.
And it's a dangerous game.
It's
a dangerous game.
It is, bro. So like, with that mentality, like, yeah, it was pretty quick. But then you look at other artists who are like in the top tier right now, doing Super Bowls and whatnot, and like, oh, they've been doing this for like 3 years. They're kind of like popped up. So like,
yeah,
it's that. It was really quick. It could always move quicker. But I'm gonna say it was in God's timing. You know what I'm saying? I quit my job. A lot of people ask me this, like, yo, when did you know that you could quit your job and do what you want to do music? Or I was making, I was 23 years old, making like 60-something thousand a year, like managing.
At 23?
At 23, bro.
And this was here in Orlando?
In Orlando,
yeah,
bro.
Dude, 60 grand at 23 in Orlando. This couple years back?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I was comfortable, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
just because, so for the audience to know, if you guys aren't familiar, making $60,000 in Orlando, you're living pretty comfortably, especially if it's a few years ago. Even now in 2021, I'd say the average that I'm seeing is maybe 41, and that's pushing it, and that's at a decent position, maybe $18-$19 an hour as a banker. So 60 at 23, that's hard to let go. No bills.
I was living with my parents too. You know what I'm saying?
Lovely.
Bro. I was,
lovely.
Yeah, I was, but I did not like my job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was a salesman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was 60 without like monthly bonuses. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do music, and then like things started picking up. 2019, things started picking up. It's like, hey bro, like let's work on this. My producer's like, yo, this is going well, but like we need to push the music like hard. And like what that looked like at that time was I record and send over 4 or 5 different songs. None of those on a weekly basis, and then those 4 or 5 different songs every week. Trash, potential. Let's keep working on it.
Okay.
So that's what my life looked like at that time musically. That plus working 12-hour shifts 6 days a week.
Does that ever get you, or did that ever get you in a mental funk?
Yes.
Kind of like you're creating, you're like, this ain't it.
100%.
Or you think something's it, you send it over to, let's say, the person who kind of helps you walk that process out, and they're like, yeah, dude, take it back to the lab. This ain't it.
Yeah, no, bro, I hated it, bro. And then my producer and I, he's my producer and my A&R. You know, he owns the label, the No Apologies. So I mean, it's 3 of us. We all wear several hats in it. And at the time, bro, like he's very, this is trash. Bro, I remember I would send him stuff, and then he would respond like, yo, what is this? And I'm like, you're right, I don't know what I thought it was a song, but it's not. Like, you know, and it sucked because like, bro, working 12 hours a day, you come home, you're like, I want to do music. So I'm recording like at 10 o'clock at night, living with my parents at the time. My dad was like, yo, could you like lower it down a little bit? I'm like, yo, my bro, I'm sorry. To then submit that, and they're like, yo, this ain't it, let's keep working. And that gets you in a funk, bro. But what happened? I realized that this job that was paying well, but I wasn't happy doing it. It was taking a lot of time from what I really wanted to do. So I was already like, I could leave this right now. You know, I'm stressed because like money, but I could leave this right now and pursue this. But then like if I do that, will I be able to survive? Like I didn't know how that looked like. So I prayed about it, bro. You know, being like, I for those who don't know, I'm like deep Christian. So I'm like, all right, let me just pray about it. My church did that. We go to St. George.
Yeah.
Did 21 days of prayer and fasting. I was like, all right, God, I'm gonna fast for 21 days, and I'm gonna pray for 21 days. And on day 3, I got the answer, and I felt something like, bro, just trust me. You know what I'm saying? Let's just walk on water together. Like, just trust that I'm gonna take care of you. And I finished the fast because a lot of people are like, oh, you just wanted to eat. No, like I finished the remaining 19 or whatever days, but like I felt it. So I quit my job, terrified, bro. I quit my job in February of 2019. I think that was the date. And once I did that, I had a little bit of savings. I'm like, I have a little bit of a
little cushion there.
Yeah, facts, bro. But after that, bro, I kid you not, like I think a week or 2 weeks afterwards is when I got picked up to go on tour, and I was like, God. And then so we had 14 shows on that tour.
Were you signed already, or were still independent?
Signed to like the independent label that I'm signed to now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's like it's 3 of us, bro. So it's not really.
Okay.
There's no label. There's no money behind us.
Okay.
So
you guys have literally been hitting an audience organically.
Yes, all organic.
Which is how it should be.
Yes. No.
Because I know J. Cole says it in one of his songs. A lot of smoke and mirrors. A lot of you guys are hiding behind these numbers. Obviously, he makes it sound a lot better. It's J. Cole.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, right? But I always like seeing that because, dude, hitting an organic audience versus paying the bots or paying for the streams, it's different.
Yeah.
You see it on the numbers. You see it in the shows because shows don't lie.
They don't. And I'm so happy you said that because, bro, 14 shows on that tour. My first tour, right? I've been doing music 7 months prior to this. 14 shows around the country and Canada, and we sold out 12.
Really?
12 other shows sold out. One of them in Canada, or in Chicago. Chicago, we sold out twice. So we had to find another venue. Like,
props.
Yeah. Like,
wow.
And it was just, that's when you see like, all right, God, I think we got something special going on.
Yeah.
And again, walking on water, just trusting God that I won't, like, He's not going to let me drown.
Yeah.
So it was tough. It's still tough. But like, that was kind of like the beginning stage of what it looked like. That's when I realized like, all right, we could do this. I think we could do this.
Yeah.
I got something here. Yeah, man. So
with that, is that would you say that it's been leading because of features or just the way you guys put out your product?
Like, how do we do so well on that tour? Or
Yeah, just how do you think that your music's just been taking off the way that it has?
I think.
I mean, dude, it's you know, you go off the ground running. You quit your job, which isn't easy. You know, same thing if you're starting a business. I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs that listen to the podcast. Same thing. It's that fear, right? And then it's no coincidence that you're on the All-Star game. You're featured in the NBA Finals in 2021. And like, what do you think has led to it? Is it the features? Is it the product placement? Because you don't have a lot of money backing you guys.
No, it's all, bro. All my music videos it's me directing with 3 other homies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And shoot, I edit, and then I have another homie color grade it, and that's it. We put it out. You know, like, there's no money. We're having this conversation, Kartik and I. We're like people hitting us up, other artists, like, bro, I put about $600-$700 per song I release. Like, you guys must be putting in like what, $1,500, $2,000 easily. We're like, nah, bro, like, we don't have that money to put it in because it's a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't have it, right? So, I think what worked for us is
really quick.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off, but I kind of want to bring some clarity there. That $600 per song.
Per song, yes. So if an artist releases 5 songs this year, that's.
I didn't want that to go past whoever's listening because that's a lot of money when you don't have anything backing you.
Exactly.
Like, you don't just have a corporate credit card where you're just swiping like some other artists do, and their stuff still isn't taking off.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's no shade. That's just an observation that I wanted to make.
No, I mean it's the reality of being an artist.
Yeah.
Like, you invest in your craft, right? And you hopefully people like it. You know what I'm saying? And again, being an artist, it's there's a vulnerability aspect to it as well, right? You spend so much time creating something, you put it out. That's your heart. That's your time. You know what I'm saying? Your sweat. And there's a high chance that people are like, that's cool, bro. I'm gonna listen to this artist though. You know, and that hurts. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. You're being vulnerable. So it's tough, bro. Like, people are putting money behind their music, and a lot of them, like, things aren't happening. Fortunately enough for us, like, I mean, I went to school for graphic design. I went and editing as well. So, like, I'm able to do my own videos and
which you do a good job at, by the way.
Thank you.
That's the creative side. That also gives you an edge.
Yes.
And it's kind of like that Kanye West. How Kanye West directs his own stuff.
Everything. Yes.
So everyone's like, man, his videos are good, or man, they're a little out there, but I mean, you see the product.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And I think some people confuse money. Some people confuse money for talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a lot of artists like, we're gonna put some money in this and that, but it's gonna be crazy, and it's half the product of what, and it's not for nothing, right? But it's half the product of what we put out. And I was like, bro, it's not. In Spanish, it's no es la flecha el indio.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not in English, it's not the arrow, it's the Indian that shoots it. You know what I'm saying? It's not what you have, it's what you can do with what you do have.
Love it.
You know? But I think, going back to the question, I think why did it really took off? Why did it really take off? Is, I think we hit a niche. I think that's what it is. Like, CHH picked it up, Christian hip hop picked it up, right? And I'm a Latin artist, right? And we don't market it. I'm not marketing myself as a Christian Latin artist. That's not what we're marketing. And the way I explain it was, like, biblically, I'm gonna get a little Christian here, but, like, biblically, if I take care of my well, you know what I'm saying, and I make sure, like, my well is fresh water. Fresh water is what I'm gonna give. Make sure there's no salt water in that well, and that's what I'm tending. I don't have to worry about my well giving salt water, you know, because I tended to it. I know what's in my well. So as long as I take care of my spiritual life and my relationship with God, I don't have to worry about what I put out. I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna write, because there's no malice, there's nothing that's in me that I'm gonna say or write in my music that's gonna go against what I believe in. So now people ask me, like, yo, how are you, like, not marketing yourself as a Christian? How do you make music like this, but, like, you're in the Christian world? And it's like I'm never marketing myself as a Christian artist. So I think that's the niche, though. So, like, I sound like I just make dope music, right? But I identify myself as a Christian, and I think Christians are like, yo, we got one. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why it took off. Does that make sense?
No, 100%. And the thing is that if anyone's ever listened to his music, and if you haven't, check it out. It's clean. Like you said, like, dude, you can literally put it for anybody. And I think that's a different level of skill as well, without having to drop an F-bomb every other line, or, you know. And we listen to all types of music, but even sometimes I'm just like, I mean, you could have maybe used another word there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I think there's something about a rhyme sequence, and I think you've also figured out a formula with the way that you rhyme and with the way that you spit that it just connects with an audience at a larger scale.
Yeah. No, and I'm really grateful, bro. Like, again, it took us a year and a half to figure out the lane, and then another up until this EP. I have an EP coming out in September. Mm-hmm. And we've been working on this for 2 years, bro. So it's another 2 years. It's almost 4 years of like learning my sound. 4 years of putting out, being vulnerable, bro. My first 3 songs, I listen to them and I'm like, I cringe because like that's not how I sound. Like I hear it now, I'm like, yo, that's whack. But I had to be vulnerable. I had to put out the art for me to learn and grow from it. Yeah.
It's part of the creative process. Mm-hmm. It's the only way to get sharper.
Facts.
Yeah, and you were saying something before we even started talking, or recording the podcast, where you mentioned something that holds a lot of people back, and this is in business or even in the creative process of being a music artist, is perfectionism.
Yes. That's an excuse. Like we're talking about, like the excuse of I haven't released anything because I'm a perfectionist. It's just an excuse. It comes from insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like if I'm gonna put this out, people aren't gonna like it, so I gotta make sure it's as perfect as I can. So it's never going to be as perfect as you can have it. It's never going to be, there's going to be a lot of people who don't like it, but the few people who do like it are the ones going to lift you up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and there's also no room to grow and improve. Because sometimes the market will tell you what you need to improve on. The market's not going to lie.
There is a growth that takes place with putting your stuff out there that you can't undergo if you're holding on to your craft. And that's something a lot of people ask me too, was like, hey bro, like what's your advice for artists that are up and coming? Is put it out, bro. Use SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? Put it out, because people will tell you what's wrong with it.
Yeah. You know? Do people still use SoundCloud for the most part, or have they transitioned more into Spotify?
People still use SoundCloud. Like, I mean, obviously Spotify and all these streaming platforms is where it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But SoundCloud is where a lot of labels look at for artists and what's coming, and people build fan base. Like I know Raul Alejandro, he's like popping. He was a SoundCloud rapper like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like Bad Bunny was a SoundCloud rapper 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
you know, like SoundCloud is where like you build a fan base. You know what I'm saying? And from there, obviously, the fan base grows. You grow.
Which is why all of a sudden you say, where the heck did this artist come from? By the time they hit mainstream, there's people that have been vibing with them for 2, 3, 4 years that everyone's like, oh, you guys just now caught on to this artist?
Yeah.
Like, we've been rocking with them.
Facts, bro.
What would you say, so 2020, because 2020 was an interesting year for a lot of people, specifically with artists. You guys get paid a lot off of shows. What was that transition like for you?
Ooh, 2020 was interesting. 2020 is where I learned how to... What did I learn? 2020, I was able to create a lot. I was stuck in my room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, I have my own little studio set up. I was able to create a lot. I did 2 EPs. You know what I'm saying? Because the first one I had, I thought was it. And I was like, it could be stronger. So I made another EP. And then that's the one that we're going to put out now. But what did I learn in 2020? I learned to trust God. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I mean, things are going to work out. I learned how to find other markets, like to make money as well. I did feature sales, you know what I'm saying, for the first time. I did design, to jump back to design. I don't know, I was hustling. It's weird. I was hustling while creating, but I had a lot of free time to kind of like really create. I think that's the biggest thing for me. I think that's the biggest thing, just like hustle.
Because 2019 you were coming up, like that's when you really hit it, and then 2020 was just awkward timing.
Oh, okay. I know what happened in 2020. So my manager says this, and like, bro, because I get frustrated sometimes. I'm like, nah, bro, like, man, I'm really trying to do this, papa, and I see some artists doing things that I want to do. I'm like, and my manager's like, yo, you have to remember, you've been an artist for like a year and COVID. You know what I'm saying? So 2019 was fire, bro. Quit my job, went on a tour, sold out all these dates. I'm popping off, bro. I'm growing. COVID.
Bing. Yeah.
But I was able to do a lot of features, bro, that helped me out. I did the KB album, you know what I'm saying? I was able to record that. I did, bro, the Verguenza album, that really...
116.
The 116 album, like, I was able to hit up some of my favorite artists, like the Marty accounts. He's like, bro, I know you worked on your EP, bro. Like, I got extra free time. Like, and then I was a fan. I was like, yeah, I'm a super fan, bro. You're person. Like, it did so much for me, bro. Like, just let me. Like, I would love to be a part of it. He's like, bro, let's do it. Like,
that takes a lot of humility because when you're the new kid on the block, but you're still coming up. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of humility to still say I'm a fan of somebody else's work.
Oh, bro, everybody knows. I feel like I get annoying sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
Like I hang out with artists that I genuinely like. You know, like I love listening to before I was working with them. So like to this day, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm a big fan. I love that, and I split it. You know, because like, yo, what do you think of this? I'm like, it's dope. As a fan, I would want to hear some of this. Or as a fan, I'm really excited for this. Or some of these artists that are taking forever to release an album, and I'm homies with them. I would text them like, hey, bro, the fan side of me wants to let you know, like, you have to hurry up and drop the album. You know, like, like like really, bro. I say this. I'm a fanboy doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? So. And I think that's what keeps it fun too, bro.
Oh, 100%. And that keeps you fresh. And also, like I said, the humility of always being a student of the game. And always willing to collab with somebody. Because that's big too.
Facts. That part. Yes.
What's next for you? What else are you working on headed into 2021? Or what's left of it going into 2022?
Yeah. So in September, I'm releasing the EP. Finally, after 2 years, I finished it. You know what I'm saying?
That 2-year project? Well, it's going to be 4 now, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Facts, bro. But finished it. It's coming out in September. Cover art, it's done. I gotta show you the cover art.
Yeah?
I'll show you the cover art. It's done. Title, cover art, track list is done. Everything's getting mixed right now. And then after the mixing and mastering process, we submit it.
Heck yeah.
So we're submitting it 2 months early so that the same thing that happened with Corona, that got picked up for ESPN and all that, we have 2 months of just like here's 8 songs, bro. Just like shopping them everywhere. So once this releases, everywhere.
Gone.
We're planning a concert, a release concert. We're connecting with local radio, you know what I'm saying? And that's what 2020 did for us as well. Like, they saw me everywhere. So now the local radio is like, hey, bro, we noticed it. And they want to help. So meeting with them, how does that look like? Like, we're selling tickets if you promote the show for the time being. And we'll make sure like your name's all over the whatever, and if you tell people they buy it, they use your promo code, they get, you know what I'm saying, like what's that look like? Looking for sponsors, looking for like, so right now we're in this whole like race against time to get everything ready for this big show. It was gonna be small, but like now that initially once radio, the local stations hit us like, yo, we really want to promote it, that's when we realized like,
and you start building up.
It can't be a small show, like people want to hear this. So now we're going for like an 800 cap show. Like, it's kind of wild.
Man, from where you were to where you are now, you plan on taking that on tour as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we want to do a tour, maybe like, because also once like December hits, like September, October, and once November hits, like the music industry kind of like goes to sleep for a little bit, holidays and whatnot. But once the year starts back up, that's when I want to
Everything is cyclical, every business. You ever get any backlash from certain people across the board for the type of music you make, not representing the gospel?
All the time.
I bet.
Oh, all the time, bro. But it kind of, it's at first it sucked a lot, but now I realize that's what helps. Because the more you talk bad about somebody, you're really talking about them, so you're spreading the name. So I'm like, bro, just keep talking, bro. Just keep talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know my name. You could become a household name this way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you don't mind being seen sometimes in the public eye, kind of like, oh, that's not real Christian music, yada yada.
Nah, bro.
And we usually get it from people in the church, which is interesting.
Yes.
That really comes from the outside.
No, and that's that's the reminder of like the Christians are talking. You know what I'm saying, about this. I'm saying, and not all of them. Not all of them.
It's a select few.
Very, very specific select few that are complaining about anything in general. So I learned also recently that it's not me. They're just looking for something to complain about. You know? And also it's just them. It's a small niche. There's a bigger world that like the music, and as long as I make sure that the music is dope, like I don't have to worry about it.
It doesn't sound like you really let it get to you.
At first I did. I was like, hey bro, you really don't think I'm a Christian? Like, bro, but I've always been like this, bro. Like, I remember dyeing my hair when I was like I was 16. I dyed my hair.
I was about to say, was that when you had it green?
No.
There was one time I made to put the picture on here if you watch it on YouTube.
Yo.
You had it hit the screen right here, I swear to you.
Bro, but it was, that was for,
like,
for the Texas run.
Yeah, the
it
Texas
like
run.
Ranch.
It was like tennis ball green, dude.
Yeah, bro.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe. Bro, but, yo, someone said this joke. I don't think I can say it. They commented about it. I'll tell you that. I can't say it on the podcast. But it was like spot on.
Yeah.
But bro, at 16 I remember dyeing my hair, and like I had family members like super strict Christian, like they just called me and let me have it. And then like I remember I cried, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but like I grew up with this, like in the sense of like I'm gonna just be myself, and I'm just gonna like worry about me and my relationship with God, and make sure that I'm good, you know what I'm saying, in His eyes, because like everybody's gonna have something to complain about, you know what I'm saying? So I think God's really been shaping me in this like, I don't know.
I mean, it comes with levels too. Yeah, I mean, it comes with levels, and then as you continue to go into the public eye, you'll just see new things that you're like, okay, I've never seen this before, but I'm willing to take it on.
Yeah.
I made a post about it, and it really resonated with a lot of people just looking at the comments, and I think it's kind of like where you've been, where I've been, anyone that's coming up is, I think one of the things that we overlook is when we're underrated, because we fly under the radar for so long. You know what I mean? But I think for you is there's still parts of the market where you're underrated, but I think you're really starting to hit the public scene.
Yes. I think after this EP releases, I'm going to. Like, I'm just getting hit up. Bro, I just got hit up by someone yesterday. They're like connected in the Latin world in Orlando. And that's what we're trying to do now. Let's just open up for where we live in Orlando. You know, don't artists live here. You know, it's like so many. Yeah. It's like just opening up for these artists, this and that. And I've managed to connect with a few of them here, like a few people that makes moves in that scene. Yeah. And they're like, yo, we love you, bro. Like, just connect with us, just vibe with us. Like, and that's a lot of people don't understand that. Stop sending your songs to these artists, bro. Vibe with them. Like, be charismatic. Have conversations. People want to talk to you first.
Talk it out. Let them know.
I don't care that you make music. I don't care how dope you are. I don't care what your mixtape sounds like. Let me be a fan of you first. Bro, there's some people like, bro, what's up, man? I'm a big fan, bro. Like, oh, that's cool, bro. Yo, listen to this real quick. Yo, let me know what you think. And you're just like,
it's a spam.
Yes.
It's spamming.
Yes, 100. Yes. It's like a spam that you have to physically, bro, you know how uncomfortable it is to walk away from somebody?
Yeah.
Bro, just vibe with them, you know? And I've had that conversation already with people who's like, yo, I've gotten into places just because I make them laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Organic, dude.
100%.
Organic.
100%.
I couldn't agree with that more. Every now and then, especially I think with you got your audience is growing on Instagram. You're a couple, what, 10? 10 done? Where are you at now?
I'm at 12.4.
Are you starting to get the people that they say, oh, okay, can you give me a shout out on your story?
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you wonder, that's not gonna do anything because the audience, let's say, yes, they can be seen with you, and so they think this whole thing of death or life by association, right? But the other side of that is I prefer no shout outs. Like, I built my YouTube platform kind of like you did, dude. No shout outs, no features. And by features, I mean, creating content with other creators. Yeah. There's no shame in that. But there's also something that you get from when people start following you for you. Yeah. And I think that if you just get 200 followers because all they have is a picture with Tommy, are they really there for you?
Bro, I saw this. That's funny because I saw this. That's a while ago. Justin Bieber posted a picture of this artist that he found that he really liked. It was some Christian singer, really dope. He posted him, and no, it was a Christian rapper. He posted him. This guy overnight, bro. Like, I was watching his numbers because I was curious. He gained like 30, 40, 50,000 followers.
I bet.
Overnight.
I bet.
Then what happened? I followed him too. I was like, oh, he must be dope. Fast forward a week, 2 weeks. Not really interested in his stuff, so I unfollowed. Like, alright, whatever. A year passes, bro. I forgot about this dude, and I was like, and I think I forgot how I thought of him again. I'm like, yo, what the heck? I'm curious. I looked at his Instagram, bro. He has 30,000 followers, 200 likes. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't it.
No, but now people are like, you realize that people only follow you because of association, not because of what you have to offer. We don't care about you. We care about who you know. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have a fan base. You know what I'm saying? You just have people who are interested in what you love about this. You're basically an extension of this other artist's Instagram.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you know, getting a shout out is one thing. Like if I shout something out, obviously, you know, I want to show love. But a lot of people try to build a reputation off of that.
Yes.
Just getting a shout out, let me get a shout out. Rather than what's the value that I actually bring to the community that I'm serving.
Yeah.
In your case, it's how dope are my tracks? How good does this actually connect with the audience?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so with that said, if I'm listening to you right now,
yeah,
I like your message. Obviously, I listen to your music. I like what you have to offer, and I'm listening to this podcast right now. But I'm trying to break into the music world. It's just not going for me.
Okay.
What are some applicable things that people can kind of start working their way into?
To break into the music world.
Music world, or just kind of to see success in general. From what you've seen, your observations, people that you've either seen that are, you know, at levels ahead of you, or even from your own personal experience.
It's always good to have a good team. A really good team of people who are like 110% committed to helping you grow. So that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna build a team, which is important that you do, but if you're like, hey bro, I'm just trying to build a team right now, make sure it's people who are like dedicated. Which is rare. It's hard to find. That's where discernment, wisdom comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like people who you've done life with, people who you've known forever. Like find a good team. Now, aside from that, you want to break into the music scene, or you just want to be successful in general. Just hone your craft, man. I think be the best at what you are good at. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're good at drawing, be the best at what it is that you draw. You know what I'm saying? Like be the, oh, my boy, he's my photographer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Adrian, Instant ADP on Instagram. He's fire, right? And we were having this conversation the other day. He shot my concert. And then he's like, bro, like, he told me that just working together has helped him grow, right? And that like, oh, people hate him up. He's like, oh, so you're Tommy's official shooter now. He sent me a screenshot and he's like, I find it funny. And I told him, I was like, bro, that's dope. But I don't want you to be Tommy's official shooter. I want you to be the go-to guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't even focus on just taking my pictures. Focus on taking the best pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, of anything. So just hone your craft. You go to my concerts, take pictures of me and the opener and everybody else. Just be so good at it that like now people are like, yeah, if I'm in Orlando, like there's only one person I want shooting my pictures is him. Yeah. You know, so hone your craft, be the best at what you do so that people have to go to you. You know what I'm saying? For music, don't worry about getting into the door. Worry about building an audience. And I think that's what helped us too, because I mean, we did a lot of doors I shut in front of my face. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists that are here that I've connected with, and they see my stuff, and then in the Christian world, you know, so some of the older ones are a little like hesitant to work with. So they're like, that's cool, bro. Keep doing your thing. And then that's it. They're not gonna help you. And don't even worry about that, because what's gonna happen is if you build your fan base, it's gonna get big enough to where like they can't say no.
They can't not notice you.
100%. And these people who are in the top in anything, in any profession, anything, they're in the top and they want to stay on the top, right? And they want to keep growing on the top. So whoever's coming up quick, they're gonna latch on, or they're gonna try to figure out what that thing is. So just build your fan base, because if you worry about you and growing, whoever notices it is gonna want to latch on, are gonna be interested, and doors open that way.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the metaphor of I used it the other day of the pet tiger. You know what I'm saying? These people who are like, there's certain people who are like on the top who are like, I'm homies with them, right? Yeah. But I treat it like in labels too. There's big labels too that like I connect with and whatnot. And like I treat them as a pet tiger. I watch them grow. I love them. I pet them. I don't get too close. You know what I'm saying? No, but just build your fan base, bro. Build your fan base and just worry about you, because like it's gonna get to a point to where they can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? And people want success. You know what I'm saying? And if you have something to offer, they're gonna come to you.
That's what it is, man. I love it. Brother, I appreciate you coming on the show.
What's the problem?
Let them know where they can find you.
Yes.
Drop all the hashtags, drop all the handles.
The handles, I am Tommy Royale on Instagram. I am Tommy Royale on Twitter. And Tommy Royale on YouTube. Subscribe, please, because I gotta create more content. I gotta start uploading those little.
We got some
YouTube
vlogs
stories
coming up or what?
Yeah, bro. Okay. I gotta get my team set for that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I want to start vlogging. I opened up a Patreon. I'm still trying to figure out how to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to open up everything, bro.
We'll talk about that when we're out of here.
Yo, you can find me everywhere, guys. I am talking Royale. Yo, actually, this is my stickers. I got you a sticker, bro. I want to thank you for having me.
That's it right there.
The Tommy logo. Hey, I got merch and my link on my Instagram. We got shirts. We got all types of cool stuff. So make sure you guys check that out.
That's it, brother.
Yeah. Thank you for having me,
Appreciate
bro.
you coming on the show, man.
Of course,
For
bro.
real.